Kittenville Brick here. Well, I'm going to go over how I hang my bins. Many of you know I just moved out of the storage unit a month and a half ago, and I've been putting my bins together. Mine still has some inventory to go through and put up, but got all my bins. Bricklink store already set up, so I've been able. I had this set up within about a week and a half. That way I can still pull orders for my store. Just like the other unit or whatever, I'll show part of the other video where I was at the unit when I first set this up. I reuse my basic frame. Get the camera over there. Basically, I've got it where I've reused my basic frame. Over there, I did not have any screws into the walls up at the unit. Everything was tied together with the loft that I made. In my previous videos, you can see where I've done that at. And so, basically, what I've done, there's only one screw per board, 2x4. So we got 2x4 up there, and a 2x4 over here. Well, this puts it away from the wall, so I don't have to damage my wall. And then I screw my slats in where I'm going to be putting my bins. Each one of these bins that was screwed in. Let's see here. You can see these bins. I've got screw holes for 1, 2, and I go ahead and put a screw down here at the bottom around that last rib. Don't you see that? And I've done that over here. You can see. I don't know if you can see the screw. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And the screws are right there. So it looks like I have made it to this corner. So let me go ahead and dissect this, and I guess I could put up a unit. So that unit's already up. You can see how I made my corner. The other thing is sometimes you have outlets on walls that you may want access to. Let's see here. Yeah, down here. So whenever you get to a point where you need to access a plug, they make these flush plugs, and I didn't go back far enough. Get my light over. They make flush plugs, so given these 2x4s are give me an 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 off from the wall. Allows the plug to set in there nicely for a power strip. You can see that down there. But if you remember several years ago, whenever I first started this out, the way I've designed my stores, I didn't want to throw anything out. I've always wanted to reuse everything I currently have. And you see down here, this is where I started out at. Was these cases from Harbor Freight. And you can see in the previous video that I had them. I built the special units so I could reuse my old storage units. Then once I got over at the storage unit back from St. Jude's, I started buying these stack-on-like things from Harbor Freight. Yeah, I knew about their problems, and I just, the thing is, they're cheap. They're easy to put up. They're easy to work with. You just have to know that you can't have a drawer set out like this sometimes, because it could fly out on you. That's one of the drawbacks of using these cheaper systems, but it does work. And I've used them for 3 years now, and I'm just about to the end of over here, and I'm already at 2649 on my bin locations. But that's where I'm at, and it don't take much to go over there and put one of these things up. I don't know if I've got any screws over here yet. Yes, I do have some panel screws. You can find these lath screws. They got a nice shoulder on them. They're Phillips, and I use the 8x3/4. That way I at least get a ½ inch of meat, ½ inch of the screw, almost 75% of the screw into the wood. And so that means, you know, I've got a little over 5/16. Was it right? No, wait, 9/16 would be 5/8. So I got at least a 5/8 into the wood. I had to remember my fractions. Let me grab my drill real quick and put one of these. The hardest part about this is the trash. I'll screw that in right there. Give me 3 screws. Take out this one and this one. Drill set number 1. I don't know, let's go about medium torque. Let's go about 10. Drill's going the right direction. snug. You don't want to over tighten anything. Yeah, it looks like I'll be using the bottom instead of the middle. It's okay, it's a very versatile system. Just make sure you got the right bit for the right screw. You shouldn't have no problem. These things right here can be relaxed by using a heat gun. And let's see here, what else? Oh, you all want to ask about my numbers. Let's see, do I have any this direction? Oh yeah, here we go. These numbers, these are barcodes. I've got corresponding numbers. Yeah, these are barcodes. You get these Amazon. These are the barcodes I use. Yeah, you can print them out yourself, but you might as well just go ahead and pay. I don't know how much it was per roll or whatever, and that way you don't have to spend time making them. They'll come to you. You'll get a barcode with your $23.99. So whenever you're in doing your scans, doing your part out, and you're checking a drawer location, you gotta put the drawer location in, you scan it, scan the barcode in your inventory, in your search thing, and it'll beep and it'll come up with this drawer number. Or whenever you're inputting your drawer numbers into your store, you scan it, and I'll put it underneath the marks. That's basically it. It's somewhat simple. And you say it only took a few seconds to put one up. People all say, oh, I don't want nothing that cheap or whatever. Well, I ain't gonna discourage you about spending money, but I sure like the convenience factor of these. If we all had $1 million to spend on things or what's on our hobbies and stuff, and that's basically what I got is a hobby store. We wouldn't be doing some of the things we do. These tops or whatever, I do this so I can see. I'll pull the top and the bottom. One, two, and three. But they look nice and neat. So when you're doing videos at your store, pulling orders, let's get that little bit snug. I just make sure I have a long enough extension, because it goes about 4 inches, 5 inches in there. And you kind of, with the right bit, you kind of sort of want to jiggle your screwdriver, because the bit wants to stick to the, you know, you got a good bit whenever it wants to stick to the screw head. And you just take this to the meat of the unit and just 3 screws per one, and it ain't gonna go anywhere. And here in a few minutes or whatever, I mean, this thing could be all wiped out. So I already got that one right there in. And it's just a matter of putting your labels on. But that's how I hang my units, my bins. Thanks for hanging out with me. As always, peace, love, brick out.